What's going on, guys? Bankrob Games here with more Armored Core 6, and last episode when we left off we made it to the end of chapter 1 and defeated well, at least I found it a very difficult boss. It took me a very long time to do it. So finally managed to do that, and yeah, in between episodes done a little bit of customization, so I made some mechs here to use throughout the playthrough, try them out at different points. So this guy has 2 machine guns in his arms for generally decent damage, some missiles to use at slightly longer range, and we've got a pile bunker to swap over to if we stagger a tougher enemy to get some heavy damage on them. The charge attack basically has no range, but does ridiculous amounts of damage. Then we've got another build here, well, a basic build, same one that we were using earlier: machine gun in their right arm, laser blade in their left arm, missiles on their back right, and then plasma missiles on their back left. Then we've got this guy here equipped with both shotguns in both arms. They're actually, I found shotguns actually do a lot of damage, especially against enemy ACs, and they do a good bit of stagger as well. Then we've got a grenade cannon that fires 2 shots at a time on our back right to take advantage of when we stagger an enemy, and also just get good damage in at longer ranges. And then on our back left we have vertical missile system that fires 6 rockets at a time, and again that just helps us out at range. Not so good for indoor spaces, but can definitely help out, gets a decent amount of damage in. Then we've got another build here, got a plasma rifle in their right arm, good for targets that have energy shields. It's pretty good at range as well, and it's got an AoE explosion to it. So it can be handy for groups of enemies, takes out most MTs in one shot, so yeah, really handy in a lot of situations. Again, got a laser blade or pulse blade on our left arm. It's a starting pulse blade that has 2 swings to it, but then we also have a laser blade on our back, and then this way we can switch between the melee weapons to just sort of stack damage, especially on stagger targets. And then again we've got some plasma missiles on our back right, and these ones fly in a much flatter trajectory, and there's only 3 of them that come out at a time, but again just consistent damage dealer. Then we've got this guy here, got 2 pulse guns in the arms, really good at dealing with enemies with shields. And then we've got laser cannons on our back, and these laser cannons provide us with a little bit of range and just good damage, and you can charge them up for really powerful shots as well. Then I also had a look to see how the downloading of schematics works. So I've downloaded a few schematics from some creators. These first 3 here is from Boomstick Gaming, and one of them, the first one, has dual plasma rifles in their arms and then dual plasma missiles on the back. He's quite a heavy build. Then we got this one here, which I really like. Got a napalm launcher on their right arm, pile bunker on their left arm, and then pulse blade on their back, so you can again stack damage between melee weapons, and then plasma missiles on their right, which are pretty good for range. And the napalm launch is very good at taking out groups of enemies, especially if they stay relatively still. Then we've got a few more builds here that we can't use yet because they involve parts that we haven't unlocked or OS upgrades that we haven't unlocked, but we'll get around to doing that at some point. And this one's from Boomstick Gaming as well, and this guy has a lot of missiles on all their right sides. They've got a hand missile launcher and a back missile launcher, and then on the left side they've got a grenade cannon in their arm, and that double shot grenade cannon that we've seen in some of the other builds. Then there's Boomstick Gaming's Mega Man build. So this guy has an energy pistol, pulse blades, and then plasma missiles on the right, and then it also has a drone on the back left that you can send out to attack targets for you. So that's really cool. It looks like it functions quite similar to an Orbit Exceed from the older Armored Core games, so it's nice to see that return. And then here's another fighting cowboy build, and yeah, this guy's really cool. Got dual miniguns, got a pile bunker on the back left, and then that double grenade cannon on the back right. To shout out to these guys for providing these, and how you download or upload, get other people's schematics that they've made, is that when they make a schematic and share it, they get provided with a share ID, and then they can then post that on their page or whatever, and then you can type that in, and then it will come up with a schematic, and you can just use it whenever you unlock the parts and OS upgrades. But yeah, other than that, just got a few builds to mess around with. But first thing we're going to do is head into the arena against this guy. Now hopefully our shotgun build should do pretty well, and our grenade cannon should help do a lot of damage as well.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program number 26, entering rank E. Subject AC, Bitter Promise, call sign,
cool emblem.
Nozark. Commencing evaluation.
Main system, activating combat mode.
See, I like to just
Destroyed.
set boosting and attack with the shotguns and missiles, and then take advantage of whenever the target's still or staggered with the grenade cannon, and just getting a big heavy shot with that. It's got some OS tuning points for that, and obviously unlocked his schematic and emblem. So seeing as we're rocking our arena build, or what looks to be our arena build, we'll carry on doing the arena for now. Do a couple more targets.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program number 25, rank E.
This guy might be a bit of a challenge with his pulse guns.
Infection. Call sign V6 Materlink. Commencing evaluation.
Main system, activating combat mode.
Managed to take us down, but it's quite close, so we'll give it another go.
Main system, activating combat mode.
Target destroyed. Concluding evaluation. Well done.
Finally managed to get this guy down after a couple more attempts. Ended up switching our build over to this guy. And yeah, went down really easy. Still took a lot of damage, but yeah, 21 seconds to take him down. I'm happy with that. That guy was really annoying to fight. Take this next guy on. May as well use the same build as it seemed to work alright for the last guy.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 24, rank E. Subject AC, UAU, call sign, Little ZE. Commencing evaluation.
Main system. Activating combat mode.
I do like these laser cannons.
Target destroyed.
Didn't expect this build to be as good as it
Well done.
is against the other races. May as well get this last guy in the arena, and then we'll head over and do a mission.
Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program, number 23, rank E, final evaluation.
No idea what that was in it. It's on his arm, but it looks pretty cool.
Subject AC, guidance, call sign, V7 Swinburne. Commencing evaluation.
Main system. Activating combat mode.
The only downside with the charge attack with the laser cannons is it does take a long time to recharge. Pull down.
Target destroyed. This concludes E-rank evaluation. Well done.
Little bit of a longer fight, that one. And that's all that group of arena targets.
Incoming comms.
Congratulations, you have surpassed rank E. We are glad to oversee your development as a mercenary. All Mind exists for all mercenaries.
Just going to go into tuning. Oh, some more abilities that we need to use some of the other schematics. So it looks like we still can't build this one quite yet. Normally it comes up with the price if if it includes parts that you don't own. Normally it comes up with the price, but this one obviously has some parts that aren't available to us in the shop just yet.
Here's the request from Balaam Industries. They want you to carry out an advanced survey of the central ice field to confirm the information Walter brought to them about the coral convergence. As for how to cross the Aeolian Ocean, this is the intercontinental cargo launcher installed on the upper level of Grid 086. You could use it to launch your AC to the ice field. Grid 086 is occupied by the Dozers, outlaws who treat coral like a drug. It's also the territory of a belligerent group of arms dealers who call themselves RAD. Be prepared for a perilous journey. I'll be here to support you, Raven.
Seems like we've got quite a few factions at play here.
Let me handle getting us into the grid. I'm fairly adept at analyzing systems, and manipulating them too. Commencing infiltration to Grid 086. Creating backdoor into system. Deactivating lock on vertical catapult. Connecting steam cylinders. Launching.
Nice to have an intro cutscene to the mission. It was really cool.
Let's get to work, shall we?
Main system, activating combat mode.
I've sent you the marker data. Let's head toward the elevator going to the upper level.
So you might notice our armor core looks a little bit different. I actually replayed this mission a couple of times with different setups after I recorded the episode and found this shotgun setup works really well for it and is a really fun way to play the mission. So I'm going to be doing something a little bit different for you guys this episode and be providing you guys a little bit of a walkthrough for the mission, because there are some hidden parts and some hidden encounters in this mission as well. So make things a little bit more interesting for you guys and a lot easier to edit for me. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get to it. It's a really fun mission.
Destroyed.
So you can see our AC does really good against other ACs and can get some good damaging on them. But if we come up here, there's some enemies that have some combat logs on them for us.
How curious. Let's take a look in the offer.
And if you destroy that barrel, you can get some good damaging on them to start the fight. And with our other setup, that fight was giving us a lot of trouble. But I only took a couple of attempts to get that off. Then if we carry on heading over this way, there's some 2 enemies down there waiting for us. And these guys have some combat logs on them for us as well. Again, they go down no trouble really. I haven't found any other secrets in this area, but we've got some more coming up. So head to the waypoint and hack the door and get ambushed. But again, these guys won't go down with too much trouble.
Kept us waiting, tourist. Told you we love a good party. Well, you're no slouch, are you?
Love being able to combo our moves like that as well. But we've got some hidden parts coming up as well in this next area, which is pretty cool. And this is obviously the area we saw before release. So instead of following the waypoint, we come back here. There's a hidden part in this chest, and all the chests look the same as far as I'm aware, and I'll show that off at the end of the mission. But for now, we're just carrying on following the main path. Doesn't normally jump up like that. But no worries. So again, instead of following the waypoint, we come over here. There's another hidden part. Well, there's also some enemies waiting in ambush, but there's 2 on either side as well. The 2 on either side don't always come down. I think if you defeat these guys when they're still unaware of you, these guys shouldn't come down. But be careful with their melee attack, it does do a lot of damage. They might drop down as well if you go for the chest. I'm not exactly sure what triggers them. But you can see 2 on that side, and then 2 on that side. And there's another hidden parts chest. But there's actually another secret in this area as well. If you come up here and go through this little tunnel. So down here we actually have an AC fight waiting for us. But this guy's actually waiting in ambush, so we need to be careful when we come around this corner.
I've got you now.
So again goes down with not much trouble. It's quite handy using assault armour in this area because it's quite small and he moves around quite a lot. But as you can see, there's another hidden part waiting for us, and again I'll show that off at the end of the mission. For now, let's move on.
hire you instead.
So instead of going up the lift, if we head over here. Completely missed that. So if we come over here, there's another hidden part. You see there's some guys waiting in ambush for us.
At 50%.
But again, don't go down with too much trouble. I actually went a little bit too high there. At this lower area, there's another enemy hiding over there. It's got a combat log for us.
Rifle ammunition at 50%.
I didn't actually get that one before. So hopefully that should be all the combat logs for this area. And then if we fly up to where the marker is, you can take the elevator up here. There'll be quite a few enemies down there. If you shoot these,
Oh, you noticed the fireworks I left for you.
take most of them out for you,
Smart cookie, aren't you?
and do a good amount of damage to the boss here.
Seems our turret is cut above the rest.
Right shoulder ammunition at 50%.
Alright, tourist. That's enough.
So again, doesn't go down with too much trouble, even with that shield. If you stay moving around him, you can bypass the shield, but your grenade cannon will take down the shield eventually, and if you kick the shield a few times it will go down as well, so they get more damage in on them. But you do need to be careful of their rocket attack. So here we move over to where the resupply point is. I'm sure you guys know what's coming next with the boss, but we're going to switch over again to a run I did earlier when I was using this armored core to play through the mission, and I actually managed to defeat the boss without taking any damage whatsoever. So I'll give you guys over to that. There won't be any commentary for that because it was just when I was playing through for fun. So yeah, I'll hand you guys over to there, and I'll meet you guys after the mission, and I'll break down and show off all the parts that we've got.
Nice. I heard you were good. But the cleaner's going to have the last Let me show you the way. Guided tour from Cinder Carla herself.
At 30.
Finally managed to take him down. Didn't have much health there at the end.
Enemy systems offline. Complete shutdown confirmed.
Yeah, not much health at all. But yeah, really cool boss. Like that one.
It's been miserable knowing you, but I guess playing
I reckon-
nice is a smart choice here. You want to go up top, right? Let me show you the way. Guided tour from Cinder Carla herself.
Yeah, I reckon maybe the picking hover legs so you can stay on top of that weak point. Maybe having longer range weapons, so the little square weak point at the front of it, you can get good damage in from a distance. But yeah, really fun boss. Really like that one. Yeah, cool. Let's So here's the parts that we unlocked. So there's the Wrecker head, Wrecker core, and then Wrecker arms, and also the legs. And we've got a bunch of logs as well. So that means we've got another pair of bipedal legs, and they all looked an awful lot like ones from Armored Core 2, the cover character of that game.
No new messages.
Raven, we've received a job from RAD's leader, Carla. This could just be another one of her traps. But after the impression you left on her last time, I think it's unlikely. Let's take a look at the briefing.
So I'm going to wrap this episode up here. It's probably going to end up being quite a long episode with how big that mission was, but I quite like that. That was nice having a longer mission with loads of little hidden bits and hidden enemies for you to explore. There's probably some stuff in it that we missed, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that too. It was really fun to play, and also with the AC battles in it and the bosses, it was yeah, really, you know, had a good level of challenge to it as well. I feel like our setup was pretty good for it, all in all, just ammo being a bit of an issue. So maybe if you wanted to do a more melee focused build, that might come in handy. The smaller MT enemies seem to go down quite easy with kicks and get staggered quite easily as well. So plenty of room to experiment. It's probably a good mission to try out different builds and see how they work in different situations in an actual mission. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode, and I've been enjoying the series so far. I've been really having a good time with the game. If you have been enjoying it, please like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.